everyone, and welcome back to the United Star to what I'm going to call the most pointless preview. Manchester United against AS Roma, the second leg of the Europa League Semi-Final. And we're already through, let's face it, Sid. There's nothing to play for here. The Roma team, we are going to remember Roma forever from now. We're never going to forget them. Um, I mean, what is there to talk about? I think the two main stories to talk about here are is number one, Oli got Jose sacked from Spurs, but then also got him a job at Roma. So you see, Oli's feeding everyone's kids. He's ensuring that everyone's well fed. That's the only thing that is there to talk about. Smalling and Mkhitaryan are reunited with the special one, so they're already running to find a new club. So those are the two main stories in my view. And to round it off, Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was destroyed by Oli in a day and now will be destroyed by Jose in a year.
No, you know what? I think it's going to be the opposite. I think the way Jose plays, his style and all, I think Serie A is the best place for him, to be honest. If he has to manage any top team, it has to be in the Serie A. So I think this is a good move for Jose, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah, I think so too. But now the only problem is we'll have to sort of follow the Italian games a little more closely because you cannot miss out on the antiques of Jose Mourinho. Can you imagine if he actually revives AS Roma into winning something? It would be he's going to talk about it for till the end of time. But I'm going to say this. I am actually disappointed that he's going from the Premier League. I think it's always hilarious to watch him win or lose. I think it's brilliant. But yeah, all the best to him. Hopefully, he can sort of revive a team outside the English Premier League, and we can all enjoy the special one in his glory. But what do
Yeah.
you make of this game, Sid? My view of this game is essentially we've had a week's rest thanks to the fans. They've helped the players out, and possibly you could say that we'll even have a 10-day rest for the likes of Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Paul Pogba. Do you think these players need to start come tomorrow?
I mean, like you said in the beginning of this video, this preview, is the most pointless preview of the season because we are through into the finals unless we do a PSG like bottle job. Um, but yeah, I think we have to rest the players, man. I mean, this is where you get players like Van de Beek and all. You give them some game time in games like these if you don't want to use them in all the crucial games, right? So yeah, he should be getting more. He should play the second team because I think we go there. I think we'll have a easy game and we'll come out of it with both our feet in the finals. Ollie's first ever finals.
Right, right. So, what would be the second team? David De Gea in goal, unfortunately, for the second team, or do you think Lee Grant will get a chance to play tomorrow?
I mean, you should have seen his dedication when he was at the window at the Lowry, looking at the fans. You know what? I really feel sad for him. That guy on the pitch, on the goal has more time in like near the goal of Manchester United than Lee Grant has had all season or in the last two seasons.
Yeah, yeah.
But
But
no, I
but
think it's
Sid,
going to
what
be David De
I
Gea.
think,
He's
yeah, David De Gea and goal. I think Twanzebe might get a game here. I think Twanzebe will get a game in
hmm.
defense. Along with is Eric Bailly fit? I think Phil Jones is fit as well. So both of these, uh, one of them will start. One of them will start and then get injured by the 30th minute mark. Uh, on the left, I think Alex Telles is fit again to play.
Yeah, I guess so. I think we've got a pretty fit squad. I don't think Alex Telles was ever in doubt. I don't think he had an
So
injury.
I
So
think Alex Telles will play on the left. Brandon Williams on the right, maybe.
I would love to see that actually. He's also someone who's not had enough game time this season. So I would love to see. But I don't think too much of squad rotation is a good thing. I would rather stick our normal back four, probably a Telles instead of a Shaw,
So
because
Van Bissaka yet plays.
yeah,
The
because
poor man has not had a break.
Because as much as I would want to see Van Bissaka take a break, I don't think Brandon Williams is, that level of a player who can be a backup to Van Bissaka.
And what about Harry Maguire? He also plays, or Bailly and Lindelof, or possibly
I
Twanzebe and Love can do the job.
Look, I think Bai and Lindelof could do the job. I don't think we should be too worried because we have that a huge advantage,
So then,
right?
why do you want to play Maguire?
Because I just have this feeling that Oli is going to go with Maguire and Lindelof again. And I think, as much as I've criticized Maguire so much this season, but I agree with you when you say that, when many people say that he's been very, very, very good since the turn of the year. So I think Ollie would still trust Maguire. I think he would do a Maguire Bailly partnership instead of a Maguire Lindelof. Sorry, not Maguire Lindelof, a Bailly Lindelof partnership, because I
Right.
club captain, he's fit, he's raring to go. So I don't see a problem in why Maguire should be dropped.
And then I think Matic will start in midfield. We're fairly certain about that.
Hmm.
I don't know who he'll start alongside with. It'll be one of McTominay or Fred, in my
McTominay.
opinion. Yeah, I think
McTominay.
Matic and McTominay possibly, or even Matic and Fred. I wouldn't be surprised to see that. With Van de Beek hopefully starting in the number 10 position. Van de Beek at the number 10. I'd like to see Mason play striker
Striker, yeah.
with Dan James coming off the left and Mata coming off the right.
No, that's too much. No, we can't have Dan James and Mata on each wing. Dan James is nothing but a speed merchant, and Mata, like, as
But Sid,
much,
it's six
like,
two.
but I mean, you still have to maintain a lead, right? You never know when our defense may slip up, when our midfield may slip up. We may end up losing the game, right? I mean, you never know. If I'm telling you again, if we can lose to Sheffield United, we can lose to any bloody team in the world.
No, we can lose, but we're not going to lose 4-0. It's not going to happen.
I mean, I wouldn't go so weak up front. I think I would still do Greenwood, James definitely, and if Van de Beek does not start in the number 10 position, then I would play Van de Beek on the wing. Give
Right.
Pogba the rest.
I
Keep
think
as
Mata
many
is going to
players
play.
at bay. Huh,
I
or
think Mata
probably
is going to
Mata or
play.
someone else.
I have a feeling that this is Juan Mata's game and he'll get a goal as well. Because he's up against a team that, it's not. Let's face it, Roma are going to approach this game as we are approaching it. They know that the tie is basically over. They have nothing to play for. So that level of motivation, I reckon this is going to be a very training ground kind of game where both
Hmm.
teams don't care. They just want to ensure that no players get injured. I think it'll be that
Hmm.
kind of a game, unless sort of the PSG and Roma comes out and they start trying to kill players on the pitch, which I think was abhorrent and disgraceful. No, Sid, you laugh, but it was absolutely disgraceful. These are professional footballers who have reached World Cup finals, won World Cups, been in Champions League finals, won Champions Leagues, and they were behaving like small kids on the playground trying to knock the. Even though it was City, I mean, they were trying to knock them off their feet essentially, and they didn't care about the game after like the 65th minute. And it's abhorrent. And I mean, we should definitely condemn these kind of things. It was an embarrassment of a semi final, and PSG have disgraced themselves. Nothing else. They've disgraced themselves. So I think at least I'm happy that, like, and this is what happens in Pochettino teams, right? I don't know if you any of our viewers or you remember when Pochettino was leading Chelsea 2-0 and then Chelsea scored two goals and equalized when Leicester won the league and they were knocked out of the title race. That
Hmm.
is when also things broke out, two red cards in that game. Pochettino was again on the field trying to break fights up. So this is what his teams do. They go on an emotional spree trying to beat people up. They have zero tactics, nothing. So I'm glad that at least we don't turn into thugs when we're losing. We need to lose with grace as much as you need to win with grace. And it was disgraceful to watch what PSG did the other night in the Champions League semi-final. But coming back to United, I think it'll be a easy walk in the park kind of game. We might even nick it 2-1 or 1-0. I think it's going to be a very easy, boring, slow game, which we'll have to stay up for till late and just watch it for the sake of it. Because I don't really expect much to happen in this game. United
Hmm.
know they're through. Roma know they're out. We're not going to lose 4-0 even if we play the team I've said. We
Hmm.
won't lose 4-0. It's not going to happen. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it with sort of the preview. The only thing we need to cover is sort of Glazers not uh, sort of responding to the reporter and not taking blame for what's happened in the ESL. But did we expect anything else? No. They're going to stay at the club and try to make it a 10 billion valuation club. This is where sort of, they talk about winning the trust of the fans. Had they come out and said that, we want to stay at the club and win the club a Champions League and a Premier League, right? That is winning the trust of the fans. Not coming out and say that we want the club to be a 10 billion value club. That's not winning back the fans. So they yet don't understand it, and I don't think they're ever going to understand it. So all we can hope for is, that they get stuck in and actually do something about it and buy players in the summer. I think that's all we can hope for. And apart from that, Sid, I have to ask you this: who would you rather face in the final? Pure maths of Mikel Arteta, where crosses when you crosses gets goal, or the subtle politeness of Unai Emery and good evening?
I don't know actually. I wouldn't mind either. I think right now we are the best team out of the last four, and we've got the best players. I mean, look, is our team better than Villarreal's? Yes. Is our team better than Arsenal's? Yes. So whoever we get, we are the best teams, and we are
So
the
Sid,
best team,
you could
and we
you could
should
also
play like
say
the best team.
Sid, you could also say United is the only team in this competition that belongs in the Champions League but is in the Europa League. You could say that United is the only squad that
Oh,
belongs in the Champions League
huh,
that
in the
is
squad.
actually in the Europa League.
Squad.
So they're the only team that actually belong there from these
Hmm.
four that are remaining.
We've actually
And I
come
think
from there.
yeah, we've come from there as well, and it reflects in the way we play as well. I think Roma were no match for us, and I agree with you. I think whoever we get in the final, I think we'll be able to paste them. I
Hmm.
personally want Villarreal because I think that game will have a little less edge to it. Playing
Hmm.
Arsenal will have a little more edge to it. Arsenal United, the rivalry. There'll be a background. There'll be things going on. There'll be white
But
noise.
remember, if we draw Arsenal, you know who we are shooting with.
But yeah, in personally, I'd rather face Villarreal than Arsenal because I think somebody had said it recently. If Chelsea play City in the final, in the UEFA League Champions League final, and United play Arsenal in the Europa League final, probably the Europa League final will be watched more than the Champions League final. So there's more of an edge to it if United take on Arsenal. So I don't
Yeah.
unnecessarily want that. I'd rather face Villarreal, take it out on the quality of the two teams and on the day rather than having that entire build up of these two rivals. These Arsenal have never won a European trophy. United are going for their second Europa League. Arsenal need European Champions League qualification. Oli needs a trophy. The entire thing just builds up. So I don't want that. Is my opinion.
Right, I agree. But nothing like facing a banter club in the final, right?
Pure maths. It's pure maths. If you get enough crosses in, you'll get
Trust the
goals.
process.
So guys, that's about it. We're fairly confident of winning the Europa League at this point. Forget the semi-final. I know this could come to bite me when Roma score their fifth goal, but remember there is Manolas yet there, the Greek god who rose from the ruins and beat Barcelona.
I don't remember. But
Right. So
even
they
in that
have
game,
they
they were
have
just 3-0 down. They were 3-0 down, and they had to win 4.
yeah. So they have done it in the past, and those headlines: Kostas Manolas, the Greek god who rose from the ruins, and all these things. We remember that. We have not forgotten, but we're fairly confident that we're going through to the next round here.
Mm-hmm.
We're fairly confident. The other thing is also that the fans aren't going to be there. The Italian ultras are not going to be there in the stadium. So that will also work to our advantage. So I think we're going to go through and hopefully we get Villarreal in the final. And that's about it from us, guys. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the
Oh,
channel
I'm wrong.
and
I'm sorry. I just have to correct myself. Roma won 3-0 in that Barcelona game, not
yeah,
4-0.
they won 3-0. Yeah, they
Yeah.
won 3-0. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with the review when we've reached the finals, and by then we'll know whom we're facing as well. So watch out for that. Glory, glory, Man United. This is Ollie's first trophy and possibly a step towards greater things. Let's see what happens. Thanks for watching.